I want to recognize Sean O'Hara, who is from Radar Hill Web Design. Sean is a guest here. He was introduced to me by Melissa Houston, and I invited him to come tonight to get a taste of what a virtual connection with Think Local First is all about. So, so kudos to all of you who have some sort of glass of, beverage. I was just saying I have more tea. I feel like I'm teed out tonight, or today, but it's great. It's great to have everyone here. It's lovely to see you, Mary Lou. I feel like we've missed you. I know that things are going to be for you at Mayfair Optical, maybe. Well, we'll just leave. Maybe she just stepped away. So I did have some news to share with everyone, and seeing as how we're going to defer Lori's insights onto authentic communication to another time, I'll maybe start by sharing my news, which is personal news for myself and my family. We are moving to Alberta. We leave. Yeah. Sorry, Lori.
Did you hear that gasp? That huge gasp?
Northwest or Southwest Calgary.
Yeah. So Chris Benesh from Earth's Option has just put in the chat where in Alberta. We're moving to Okotoks, which is just south of Calgary proper. Yeah, but
I had kids grow up there. Two of my kids went to high school there.
Really? Oh my gosh. That's
cousin
amazing.
lives there.
Oh, okay. So I already know people apart from my sister and brother-in-law. Yeah. So I have a younger sister who lives there. And we, to be honest, Gord and I are kind of winter people. And we do miss, I know Don's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, we miss snowmobiling on the weekends and stuff like that. It's just, it's not possible to do here. So yes, we sold our place here. Rob knew about that because somebody he's very close with lived down the road from us in our last place. So we've been bunking with my mom in Sanishan. Finally found a place in Alberta, and we leave the 25th or 26th of April to move out there. But I did want to share with you. I know, yeah.
You could sell a house in Victoria and buy a town in Alberta.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Yeah,
we actually own Okotoks now. We're not just moving there.
It's not a Schitt's Creek episode.
Oh my God.
Oh, thanks, Mary Lou. Oh my gosh, you're getting the carpets cleaned too. It's a busy Tuesday afternoon for you. Well, I'm glad that you're here.
Been for a long time.
It has been. I was saying that it has been a long time since we saw you last fall, I think. So
I've been working the desk shift, so
yeah.
It's been a while since I've booked appointments and answered the phone, but it's good for me.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So I wanted to say that I am going to stay involved with Think Local First. I think looking after the website piece, but I am crafting a job description for somebody to kind of take over the day-to-day running of Think Local First here on the ground, so that when we get back to being able to have in-person mixers, there'll be somebody to do that. When new members join, that there will be, somebody to give out those, the welcome packages and that kind of thing too. So after 8 years, it's not so easy to get rid of me, even if I move a province away. So, and the bonus is if we keep doing, Zoom sessions, I can join in. So, and Chris, thanks for sharing that you know a funeral director in Okotoks. Hopefully, I will not have an occasion to actually use their services while I'm there. But it's good. it's good to know. It's good to know local people. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited about it. So Naren, am I guessing that you can't actually connect to audio, which is why you've sent an introduction in the chat?
Yes, I can connect with the audio.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Yay, success.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
But the camera is not connecting, so I thought even maybe the audio is not connecting.
Yeah,
No,
hey, I get one large coffee with one milk.
One cream?
One milk.
Sorry?
One milk.
One milk, okay.
Oh, Dusty's ordering something. I think.
Hey, listen, get some for all of us.
Yeah, exactly. Can you do delivery? Dusty, I'm just going to mute you while you're making that order. So maybe just because Naren is new here and we've got Sean as a guest, maybe we could just quickly go around the room, our Brady Bunch Square, and just do an introduction. Most of you have your names up, but with which business you're with, and then he'll be able to maybe place some of you. So Sean, I'm Michelle, the main director of Think Local First. I'm going to throw it over to Dawn, who can.
Hi, Don Landels from Treehouse Media, and I do know Sean. I have met Sean, but I don't know Noreen. So hello, Noreen, and I just want to congratulate you, Michelle. That's big news. So congrats.
Yeah, we're pretty
and
excited about it.
I bet. And hopefully we don't have to do Zoom calls for a long, long time. But.
Yeah, I know. It would be nice. It would be nice to be back in person for sure. I'm kind of sad that won't happen while I'm here, but really I'm just over the keys. So once we're back, who knows, maybe I'll surprise you at one of the mixers.
Cool.
Fly in
Excellent.
for the mixer and other reasons, but yeah. So.
Okay. Do you want me to throw it to the next person?
Yeah, throw it to, let's put the talking stick in everybody's hands. So.
Okay. To Kira, who was on the call at the beginning there.
Hi. Yeah, no problem. I'm Kyra, and I'm working alongside Michelle with Support Local BC, Think Local First gift certificate program, supporting businesses across the province. I am a co-op student at the University of Victoria, taking my bachelor's degree in business there. So yeah, I will only be working with Michelle for the next couple months and then going back to full-time studies in the summer. So yeah, we're sad. I'm sad too.
We're actually, we're interviewing this week for a new co-op student. And I have to tell you, we've interviewed 3 people and they're all awesome. We have the 4th tomorrow. I'm not really sure how we're going to make a choice, but that will happen this week. So yeah.
It's tricky for sure. So yeah, hopefully we can find someone. That's good. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'll pass it along to Rob.
Mute issues. Sorry. Hi, Rob, Frontrunners and New Balance, 33 years in Victoria. Previously, Calgary, 8 years, part-time Okotoks. So yeah, Winter's Cafe for coffee, pretty good down there. But don't mind being here at the resort. So it's pretty good. And, you know, Michelle's been carrying this ball for quite a while. And I think we owe her so much gratitude for how she's built this into a real strong brand in our city. And, you know, it's brought us friendship and business and a really great vision. So you'll be missed. So thanks for being here. Yeah.
It'll be reciprocated. That's for sure. Do you want to nominate the next person?
Yeah. How about Chris down there?
Okay, there we go. Just had to unmute. Hi, I'm Chris Spanish from Earth's Option Cremation and Burial Services. We usually use the tagline amongst friends, the last guy to let you down. So, you think about that. Not much else to say other than that. It's pretty self-explanatory.
That's a mic drop.
Yeah. Perfect. Brand full essence.
Yeah, that's it. Who are you passing the talking stick to, Chris?
Good question. Let's see here. Who's next on the list? Cathy, you look like you need to talk.
Oh my goodness, you must know me well already. Cathy Scott from Niche Travel and Departures Travel. 2 stores, one in Sydney and one in Oak Bay. And yeah, we're pretty much quiet right now. Well, I shouldn't say that. We're actually getting really busy the last 2 weeks, but it has been a quiet year for us. But things are getting pretty crazy now, which is a good thing. So yeah, that's what we do.
Excellent. Do you want to nominate the next person to talk, or?
I don't think Mary Lou has talked yet, has she?
No, and apparently she's not being dragged away by the carpet cleaning option.
Not yet.
So we should take advantage of that.
You got to get these things done, right? I'm Mary Lou, Mayfair Optometric Clinic. Rob, I'm glad to see you. It reminds me I need to replace my Pegasus, so I'll come down and see you on that. We have, a different business model than we did a year ago. I just gave everybody a bottle of champagne and some chocolate to celebrate the 1-year anniversary. Piece of trivia for you. Tomorrow would be the 1-year date that Mayfair Optometric Clinic was supposed to hold the mixer. We were the first mixer to be postponed because we didn't want to cancel anything. And there was no timeline of when we do that. So I will say right here and now that if all things go my way, we will be the first place you're all coming back into.
That's good. That's so great. That's so great to hear.
Legendary, right? So yeah, so eye care, glasses, contact lenses, great safety protocols. I can say that honestly because I wrote them all myself. We even clean the waiting room chairs in between people. So we're real tight. We have to be. Our docs and our techs are here. So in everybody's face. And so we've weathered it well, and we're looking forward to there's good news on the horizon. So we're all moving forward. Good to see everybody. Mm-hmm. Paul, I don't think we've heard from you.
Hi. So we would have had the green beer for you last year on tomorrow's day.
No, we missed out on that.
Yeah, we did. We had green beer organized and everything. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And so tomorrow would be the 1-year anniversary of when we shut down and burned out the top floor of our place all over again. So St. Patrick's Day will never be the same, even though we're not going to be open tomorrow night. It's been a fascinating year. Kyra and Michelle, you guys have done such an amazing job with Support Local and what's going on around BC and the brand. And it is absolutely amazing that you have engaged so many businesses and through them so many people. And unquestionably, local is one of the top buzzwords for what's going on now, and will certainly carry on into the future. So to both of you, thank you so much for all that you've done. It's very cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, and, it's been fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Naren, what's up? Gone. Dusty?
Somebody? Lori?
Dusty? Hello?
Hello. I can hear, but people keep cutting out. Did you want me to go next?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Lori Elder, and I sincerely apologize for the breakdown. And I know better. I know to print out my information well beyond this, but you know how it just works. So I just want to say thank you for Michelle for agreeing to take this for people for next time. And I have a company called PR for Good. I'm also starting a new business called Business for Social Good with Deb Alcadino. And I just have to say, Michelle, that you are such an incredible inspiration. You work incredibly hard. I was so pleased to be able to have you sit on the nonprofit panel with me a couple of years ago at Social Media Camp. When I approached you to be part of the panel, you offer incredible value, and you're going to be huge shoes to fill. And I'm so happy for you, but I am so sad for us in the Victoria community because, but I'm glad to hear you're still going to be connected. So that's good. But you really are quite incredible. And Kyra, thank you so much for all you're doing as well. Both of my sons graduated from the UVic School of Business program. It's a fantastic program. I love the co-op, and while being able to co-op under Michelle is incredible. So thanks again to you both, and to everyone for your understanding this evening. I very much appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Dusty, would you like to do an intro?
Hey, is that working?
It is. It is.
Oh, how about that? Hey, yeah, there you go. Sorry about the coffee thing earlier. I didn't even realize I had. I didn't know I had a hot mic actually, so my apologies. But I didn't get a coffee for everybody. Sorry, maybe next time.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Think local. We're a company that's absolutely being blown away by COVID. We've been really, really, really busy ever since the first lockdown. It was like a tsunami. We were already really busy, and then a tsunami of business came at us, and it's just never let up since. It's just been a monster for us. Thank goodness I have a really good team, but I thought we'd get back on and join, because not that we really need help ourselves, but we want to maybe support something that's really great. And I gotta say, it really cringes me when I hear people going shopping at Costco and even Amazon without giving local companies a fair shake at it. That's tough. And I can probably say I haven't been in Costco throughout the whole COVID shutdown, because I can find anything I need right here in Victoria. I don't need to go somewhere else. There's great shopping here, and I'm supporting a local company whenever I spend my money in Victoria. So there you go. That's my 2 bits. I just wanted to be able to support a little bit, because business has been really good for us. I know it's been tough for a lot of people.
So for those of you who don't know, Dusty owns Love a Rug carpet cleaning. Yeah. So I think with all of us spending way more time in our houses, we really needed to have those area carpets cleaned more often, or maybe we were just paying attention to them more. I'm not really sure. So
well, it's a perfect storm. People have more money to spend on their homes right now. So anybody in the home services business, whether they're building or in my case, we're in the service end, being just absolutely overwhelmed. It's been crazy. It's been really, really challenging. Of course, I know a number of companies that went on, right away and started laying off people when they heard that there was going to be a, special checks for for people they laid off. And we didn't. We said, no way, we're not going to do that. We're going to figure it out. Good thing, because otherwise we would never be able to get our team back together once people get off on an easy check like that. It's pretty hard getting them back, isn't it?
I don't know if anybody else has found that. People are still looking. I know Michelle Byrne from the Dutch Bakery was having trouble finding people to come in and work when their doors opened, and they were especially able to open the diner piece. So yeah, thanks so much, Dusty.
My pleasure.
Naren,
thank you.
Yeah, Naren, would you like to introduce yourself and your business? Maybe we'll just hop over to Sean. Sean, sorry, I'm just gonna have a tea.
Yeah, it happens when cameras are off. It's really hard to tell.
You need a wine, Michelle.
Possibly I do, but with all this technology, I don't need anything more stronger than tea. So sorry, Sean, go ahead.
Okay. And when it's in a mug, nobody can tell. Hi, everyone. I'm Sean O'Hara from Radar Hill Web Design and Marketing. And Melissa Houston first connected me with Michelle, and Michelle invited me about 20 minutes ago. I saw her email. So I connected to drop in and see what it's like. I've been doing web stuff for 26 years since the beginning. Running Radar Hill mid-April will be 20 years for us.
Wow, that's
And it's
great.
been it's been pretty steady throughout the past year. Today is a 1-year anniversary that I left my office. And I went back today because we still have 2 people in there, but I've been home ever since. Nice virtual background, green screen, hides everything.
Well, I have to say, Sean, I've worked with Sean and continue to work with Sean through my work with BC Colleges. I'm the digital online marketing lead there as well. And they do our website. And Sean, I know that you and I have had some projects outside of that as well. And I can definitely say that Radar Hill is a great company. They have incredible customer service. And I've greatly appreciated, Sean, how much you've, like, you're always available. You're always there, you and your team. If there's ever an issue, you guys get back. You're just fantastic. So, so welcome. And really great to, even though I can't see you, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
Super. I'm just going to throw it out if anybody has any questions, or if you want to actually hop into a breakout room with somebody and have a private conversation, I can set up the breakout rooms too, whatever you'd like. John, I saw your hand go up.
Well, I was just going to ask Paul about his soda and how it's going. I'm seeing it in more and more places. And are you pleased with the rollout?
I was just muted there. Sorry. Yeah, we're blown away by the reception. So the backstory on this was Christopher Hoven had Victoria Soda Works, and he realized in February a year ago that he wasn't going to make it with what he could see coming down the road, and it was a critical decision point for him whether or not to order the next truckload of bottles. And so he backed off and watched what happened. And then he came and knocked on my door in May. And he'd given me a heads up that he was coming in. And so I had here sign this on the table when he walked in. And so we spent 6 months putting it together. And he was telling me a couple of weeks ago that in his best week by himself, he'd sold 120 flats of sodas. And that week that when we were speaking, we just sold 150, and we're up into the mid 200s this week. We've been embraced by, and we've been working with locally owned grocers. So, you know, the Market on Mill Street, Market on Yates, and Rappers down on Cabra Bay. We got into Red Barn a week ago, and we've had our third reorder from Red Barn already. And we're in their flyer this week, doing a contest with them. And it's, you know, it's fun to look at what happens when you collaborate. So I'd reached out to Russ Benwell about it and said what we had going, and he was excited to hear, and he was very receptive. And it's fascinating the reach that you get when you collaborate, such that through this contest this week with their flyer, with the likes on social media, with the contesting that we're doing, we're anticipating 160,000 touches to it. And it's really fun to watch. It's really remarkable to see. And you know, as Russ said, we've checked all the boxes on this one. So we've got the lineup of craft sodas that are in tall cans with less sugar than a small can. And then we've got the line of flavored sparkling mineral waters that have got no sugar, no calories, no carbs. And so we're kind of hitting all the right touch points. And as I said, we're challenged by the reception that we're getting and having to be very careful about how we manage access to our canning line at this point. That there's just so much to do. It's really cool. Thanks for asking.
Oh, you're welcome. I've known Chris for a long, long time. I used to work in radio with him, of course. And followed him with his Victoria Soda Works. So I was so excited to hear that he connected with you.
Yeah, he's very excited by what's happening. He
That's great.
Is appreciating the support, and he's very appreciative of the reach, the brand extension with that. It's just so beyond what he was able to get as a sole proprietor. So it's very good.
That's excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
I can say that the flavored soda waters are very good with or without Spinnaker's gin in them. So, you know, if you're looking for a personal recommendation, that's my contribution. Yeah. So.
That's just one of those things, you know, that when our business fell off so dramatically, we're just looking for things to do. So this was a fun line of products to be able to work in. It was something completely new for us. And, you know, in conversation with Matt Phillips years ago, we talked about the challenges that he had trying to understand how to gain reception in grocery, because it's such a different model than craft beer is. But you know, with the contacts that Chris had made, we've been able to just rock out of the gate on this one. So it's been fun. It's been cool.
Speaking of things to keep people busy, Cathy Scott's mom has been making masks since for a year now, I guess, right? So I'm hoping we could check in with you and see how things are going for the fundraising for the Hospitals Foundation Critical Care Unit.
It's been really good, actually. It's I think we're up to another 1,000 fairly quickly here. We should hit that by the end of this week, I think. And then I just found out this week that they've got a doubling or matching donator again. So that mom's thrilled about that, because every dollar we raise gets two, and that makes her very happy. So yeah, it's going well. We still have so many masks in the store though. So if anybody needs masks, they're beautiful quality, lots of different styles, all triple at least layers. With the ability to put in a filter if you want one. So if you need masks, come by Departures Travel on Oak Bay Avenue. Yeah, it's good.
Does Cathy have some at the Sydney store as well? Like the Sydney?
No,
office?
she did. Okay. She did for a while, but because we've gone satellite office out there. So
okay.
Reopening a new store in September, but don't know where exactly that'll be yet. But
okay. Oh, gotcha. All right. Super. That's great. And Rob, what does the marathon look like this year?
Yeah, good question. We've got a marathon meeting next Monday night, and yeah, it depends on how quickly the vaccinations get rolled out, and what in our events in October. So it's, you know, I think we're sort of 50-50 on a live hybrid event. I guess it'll depend on where we invite people from to attend as well. So. Yeah, so we're going to make some pretty interesting decisions in the next couple of weeks on that. So we're getting people registering for we're doing a Royal Flush we're back to the Royal Victoria Marathon brand. So we're doing this Royal Flush event where we've got an event every month happening, sort of short distance to longer distances, building up over the months. And we're getting good registration even for this virtual event. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. I usually shake about 10 to 12,000 hands at the finish line. I might use a hockey stick and a glove at the end of it this year, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so, but it'll be interesting. You know, I was saying to Cathy Noel, our manager, that, you know, it'll be interesting to see if actually we're getting people booking hotels for the October long weekend for Marathon Weekend. You know, even though we haven't made a decision, I think some people might think that we're going ahead. Boston shifted their marathon, which is usually the third Monday of April, which is, you know what that day is, third Monday of April? Anyway, that's a trivia question. That's Patriots Day in Boston. But anyway, that's when their event is, but they've shifted it to our day in October, which is interesting as well. So there could be a lot of events that weekend potentially, depending on how things get rolled out. So we'll wait to hear if Dr. Bonnie's putting her entry in or not to do it live. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah.
So if she does, pretty much all of us can.
Yeah, well, she usually runs the half marathon or something, so we'll find out. Yeah, so we'll see.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah,
so,
we've got people on the inside that'll find out, you know, if we've got a fighting chance to have an event. It may be limited in some regards, but we'll find out. So yeah.
Right. So I was just thinking about this Royal Flush series, kind of building up to the marathon. Have those started then, or? They're
starting in a couple of weeks, actually. I think the first one, a 5K run. Yeah, so it builds up every month. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's a great idea.
Lots of fun. And we've been fortunate that people are out walking and running and that sort of thing. So our stores are doing not too badly. And, you know, I'm sort of guessing maybe July we'll see more action in the downtown core. I've got the one store, the New Balance store, that is downtown, and it's been fairly quiet. And but you know, we're hoping that we might see more BC people, residents, you know, attracted to our downtown, and obviously over towards Spinnaker's more so in the July season, I hope. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Rob, there's certainly been a lot of rubber laid down on the West Song Walkway over the last 10 months.
Yeah, people are putting in the miles. Yeah, it's different when people are at home and there might be kids in the house and they don't make gravy, get out sort of thing. Speaking of kids, I don't know whose that is. That must be Lori's. So
oh yeah, no, not mine.
No. So yeah, you see, it's amazing in this city, you know, having been here for 30 plus years, just no matter what time of day it is and where you are, you know, you can see somebody out walking and or running. You know, it's pretty impressive. We've got our running clinic going with just over 100 people. Usually it's about 200, but they're running in groups of 3s and in different pace groups, and they're running usually Saturday mornings. So yeah, I'd like to take a helicopter up and look down at all the different, you know, groupings of people running on a weekend. It's pretty impressive. So yeah, we have been wearing out the pavement. So yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Don, how's the last year been for you in Treehouse Media?
Well, a year ago, it was pretty scary. I was busy canceling and stopping a whole bunch of advertising. And then a couple of weeks after that, everyone wanted back in. And but no, it's been very busy because we had quite a few businesses that didn't have an online presence as far as being able to shop, etc. And that's been a huge trend throughout the year. So we had to work with a number of businesses and build that up. And we continue to work with them through that process and help them with their online sales because it's an important part of their business now. Yeah, and we also do a lot of work with condo developments, getting their registrations and stuff. And as everyone knows, real estate has been incredibly busy. So that has kept us busy, and doing some work with fine folks at MOC, Mayfair Optometric Clinic, and it's always something to do there. Hey, Mary Lou, we're always finding something to do. Just this week, actually, we were working with the Victoria Royals because they're coming back to play some hockey, and Mayfair Optometric Clinic are huge supporters of them. So
yeah,
it's going to be
I think it's important. You got to try to keep up with I tried to balance it this last year, and Don was really super helpful. But I call Don my no guy. I have a hard time saying no. So, you know, when they get the call and it's, oh, this is like, oh, you gotta talk to Don.
Yeah.
Don's my guy. He also keeps me from saying yes to everything and going broke. But yeah, it became very, I took to heart every advertising decision I made in the last year to be mindful. I've never advertised with Page One, and we've taken a couple now that's local. I wanted to make sure we were supporting them because I knew that they would have lost. I'm trying to step in to kind of hold spots for people that have pulled their advertising back. You know, everybody on Zoom, not gonna lie, great for eye care. You guys are, everybody's suffering from eye strain. It's fantastic. So yeah, so we stepped up with Page One, and then we tried to keep our Royals, you know, give them a little bit here and there. We did a social media campaign with them, and of course Harbor Cats, we're holding a spot for them. And so, you know, I think yeah, I'm a big fan of Treehouse. I gotta say, if you know, if you're trying to manage all that yourself, Don and Steve do a pretty good job of keeping the overview for me and making sure that my money's being evenly distributed, and that I'm getting ROI on it. You know, it's not just, wow, this looks like it'll be fun, let's send the money. No, Mary, no. Don's very good, and Steve Hutchinson has a tremendous eye roll that he thinks that nobody can see, and I see it.
That's
so
great.
that's okay. I always know I can tell by his face. I'd love to play poker with him because I think I could kick his butt.
That's perfect. Yes.
So,
Thanks. Thank you,
yeah.
Mary Lou. That's really kind of
Yeah.
you.
So
Appreciate that.
Super. Chris, I'm interested to hear how the last year has been for your business.
Well, sorry, I'll get my video going here again. Good news in our industry is that there's been no deaths or death rate increase at all in the province of British Columbia. So we're at the same as we've been for the last couple of years, within a few hundred, which is nothing on the grand scheme of things. We usually have about 42,000 deaths a year in British Columbia, and we're hovering in around 41 for the close of last year. And so that's good news. So COVID has not created that type of scare in our province. Doesn't mean there hasn't been deaths due to COVID, but we've had zero as a result of pneumonia or standard influenza. So those rates have just disappeared. And so that's kind of unusual. But yeah, other than that, as far as our day-to-day business has been going, it's been absolutely busy. As normal, so not overly, but just normal. And we've been able to cope very, very well. Most clients are doing everything online. So we're doing a lot of contracts and AuthentiSign or DocuSign type of contracting. I do sense a bit of the wear though on people as far as not being able to meet face to face. It's a hard thing to be going through, a loss this time. And then when you can't have funeral services in the same manner, that's been probably the hardest thing for people to deal with, is the limited numbers that they can have in attendance. A lot of people are just putting off until COVID goes away and we can open up again, and they'll have celebrations of life later. But it has, I think, taken a mental toll on the grieving clients that we serve. So that's a disturbing trend to see that happening. But other than that, business wise, yeah, we're doing just really good and carrying on, and really no change.
Thanks. And Sean, are you seeing an increase in business with the Launch Online grant program that the government introduced? More calls for e-commerce platforms for businesses to spend those funds?
Yeah, lots of calls, but very few have heard, actually none have heard so far what's going on. We've helped quite a few through their whole plans or explained why they wouldn't apply for some of them.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I think maybe that makes me wonder, maybe I should just circle back to Justin at Alacrity Canada, who was here in February, and talk to us about that program and just see when they are going to be letting businesses know. Yeah, that's a great idea. Actually, oh, do you have any information on that, Don?
Well, I was just going to mention on Monday, some people did find out. We had
okay.
Carolyn over at Salt Spring Sea Salt. She found out that she did get it. So that's really good for her.
Oh, okay. So word is getting out then. Yeah.
Starting to get out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to get out. Yeah. Maybe I'll just circle back with Justin and ask him that, and I can just send something out to everyone as a follow-up there. So yeah.
We did get a cease and desist letter.
Oh.
Yeah, because this came out, so we put together a newsletter. We sent it to our clients. We posted our newsletter to a blog, which basically said, this is the program. We have the 5 calls to action or 5 links to the official site, 1 just to our general contact form. And then we got a letter from the organization saying that they're investigating marketing firms like ours because we're confusing to people and we're putting out false information. And I wrote and I said, it's not a landing page. There's no AdWords. There's no lead capture. It was strictly information, and we removed the blog post. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That is interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
What? Well, because I have seen, I mean, as soon as that was posted, I saw sponsored posts everywhere from web design companies, you know, letting people know about the Launch Online. And it's not surprising. If I owned a web design company, I'd be doing the same thing. Let my clients know, hey, if you've been thinking about an e-commerce platform, this is the time to do it. So interesting. So, Mary Lou, I'm so sorry. Mary Lou has her lovely mask up because she's written that the carpet cleaning smell is so intense.
Honestly, I don't show up for months, and then I do, and it's a gong show. You can't say that I'm not memorable. Really?
You are, and you know,
like, oh my goodness! Like,
I think we all just need some green beer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely green beer would help the smell. It's not a bad smell. It's just a lot of smell. Going back to my mask.
Okay, no worries. So, so I kind of checked in with everyone and had the questions answered that I was hoping to hear from everyone. So I don't know if anybody else has any questions for anyone or anything to share, some tool that you've come across that you were like, oh my gosh, how have I not known about this thing called Canva, or, you know, whatever. Canva. Kyra and I love Canva. If you've never heard of it and you have to do like graphic design stuff, it is online graphic design service for non-graphic designers. You can build everything from a business card to a social media blog post. Now you can do Zoom backgrounds you can make on Canva. It's crazy. I mean, you still have to have a little bit of talent because you can create a bad design on Canva, but they make it hard. So canva.com is my pitch for today. I was actually saying to Kyra today, we were chatting with one of our potential interns, and we use Canva a lot with Support Local BC. All of the stuff that Kyra does for social media is on there. When we make a gift card picture, we use Canva. And I was saying when Canva first came out and I discovered it, I was like telling people, like pretty much just walking up to them on the street saying, do you have to do graphic design or social media to know about canva.com? Here's my address to drop off a bottle of wine because you're going to be so thankful that I've told you about this. So, anyways.
Oh, I love Canva. It's awesome.
Any other tools?
Animoto is another one.
Which one?
Animoto is great for videos.
Oh, okay.
That's another good one. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, that one's good too.
There's this new thing called a line. Is everybody jumping on a line, or do you have time to deal with more ways of communicating or not? Maybe Dawn should tell us
Yeah.
which ones we should be using. I'm not sure.
Is it alignable? Is that the one?
Yeah, alignable. Like,
alignable.
has everybody got
Oh,
time for that, or do you sleep, or how's that work?
I don't know how people keep up because it's hard
I don't
enough
either.
just with LinkedIn and yeah.
Yeah, I have to
find
say. Oh, sorry. Go
So
ahead.
what I find awkward is keeping track of people, because there's some people I email, some is WhatsApp, some is LinkedIn, some is Facebook Messenger, and some is text. So if I want to reach them, I have to know their preferred format.
Yeah, it's like you need to have your own personal CRM program with the method of communication ticked off. I mean, HubSpot has a free one. You could probably use that, but I don't know if you can put in there a preferred method of communication. But you're right, Sean, because you can't just say, hey, I'm going to be downtown for a meeting. Can we meet for lunch? It just doesn't happen so much anymore, so, or at all anymore. Yeah, it was funny, Rob, I actually got a connection today on Alignable, and I was like, okay, I took some time in the very beginning and I set up Think Local First on Alignable, and I just pretty much agree to connect with any business that I know in Victoria on there. But I was like, I should probably look at this and be a bit more strategic about how I'm using this platform. So I'm not saying I'm going to report back on it. I'm just saying, yes, it's on my radar because Think Local First has a pretty big community on there, but I'm actually not anything with it. I don't know. Dawn, like, is there like one or two things that you think of that, you know, for businesses Alignable would be great for, or should we task somebody with looking that up and coming back to the group?
Yeah, rather than throwing it in front of me, because I'm not an expert at that. That's for sure. Yeah, Alignable. I've got the few invitations, but it's just one more, and I just don't know if I can handle it.
I hear you. Okay, I'll send Alignable. I'll send something out. out because it really seriously was on my radar today. I actually wrote a note to myself, a to-do, saying, yeah, what can Alignable do for Think Local First? So I'll commit to circling back to everyone. Give you like the five things to do with Alignable.
What do you think the target market is? Is it boomers or? Because I haven't heard of it.
Okay.
Well, it's all us oldies that are on it.
Yeah, I don't think it's 22-year-olds. It's not as fun as TikTok, that's for sure.
It's all business to business. That's why.
Yeah. It's like LinkedIn. It's like LinkedIn, but I don't think it has as many facets as LinkedIn.
I find it a bit more spammy. Like the people that I've added to my Alignable, it's, I don't like the way they automatically message them and things. And it's just, I don't know, it just seems more spammy than LinkedIn. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't used it as much, only because, like everyone else is saying, there's a million other platforms. It's like, oh my God, how do you manage them all? But I've had people come to me and say, I'm sorry I haven't done this, but it's like, and it keeps sending reminders and stuff to them. And it's like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want to be spamming people.
Well, if I feel that if I do some investigating and feel there's value, maybe I'll find an Alignable expert in our local community. Come to one of our,
that would be great.
One of our monthly events to share, like really, what you can do with the platform. So, yeah. But you're right. Like it's just another email that hits my inbox that I'm like, oh, read it or delete it. I don't know. There's so many of them right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Melanie and Patrick.
Hello. Hi.
How are things at First Choice Books?
Busy.
Oh, good.
Busy. We just hired someone new this week, part-time, to help us out in the bindery because we're so busy. Yeah.
Excellent. And so what is keeping you so busy right now? I mean, I'm at home a lot and thinking about writing my memoirs, but
as you should. Yes.
I've not made a move on that yet.
No, that's okay. You know where to go. You know where to call.
I do.
We have early on in the, like a year ago, we lost a fair percentage of work because things just dropped off. But we in the months following that, we found that we had people who were saying, well, hey, here I am. I've been stuck in my condo for 4 months and I've written a book. And that's the reality of it, which is, great. I mean, it's, the pandemic is terrible, but that's one of the results is people are penned up for a long period of time, creative juices are flowing and away they go. So that's, we've been busy, and, Melanie gets the request for estimates from us. She sends them out. I do the follow-up, and we're just steady on.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been, we're busy. Yeah, we're busy. And other printers locally do a lot of, or did do a lot of, say, golf courses, cruise work, a lot of tourism stuff. And of course, they've been hurt really in a bad way. We do almost none of that, you see. So for us, it's almost strictly self-published authors. That's who we work for. Yeah. So
cool.
Busy. It's good. Yeah.
I had no idea. Everybody's pitching in who's written a book. I had no idea this was a thing. I had no idea. I'm just spending way too much time on my own. I would hate to put anything down on paper.
Well, you can always put it down on paper and run it past somebody. That's.
Yeah, maybe a children's book or something. It might be good there. Oh my, that's great. That's great. Well, I'm glad that you are keeping busy and that you've had to hire somebody else. That's fantastic news. Excellent. That's great. And Cathy, I'm glad that people are kind of seeing the light and booking holidays. I'm assuming for next year, or cruises for this time next year kind of thing. Is that kind of what's happening?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, there's a little bit for this late. Yeah, I would say late fall, early winter. Late winter, but really 2022 is where people are booking, and they're booking instead of one trip, and they've missed 2020 and 2021, they're booking 3 in a row. So it's
adding up.
It's going to be fine. It's just getting there. 2 years with no revenue is not much fun, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. So, excellent. Well, it was so great to see everyone. Thank you for letting me share my personal news as well. Melanie and Patrick, you probably did not hear. My family and I are moving to Alberta. We are heading to Okotoks next month. I still will be part of Think Local First. I think looking after the website. I don't know. Paul and the board, we haven't kind of hashed it all out, but like I said, after 8 years, it's kind of hard to, for me to go cold turkey. So, but we will be hiring. we will be hiring somebody on the ground here to keep things running smoothly. So when things in person can happen, there is somebody who can take care of all those things. So yeah. So I will be here for next month's mixer. If we could just do a quick show of hands, we'll have Lori present her authentic communications at that next one. I really feel like it's too valuable for us to pass up. And it would be great if we could have a question and answer interactive piece as opposed to her and I just talking about it. So yeah, so let's book it for April. And then, I'm working with the events committee to kind of plan out things. We're hoping to actually have I'm not going to call it a signature event, but some sort of bigger event within health regulations to really celebrate all of the collaboration and cooperation that has gone on in our business community over the past year. Likely by then it'll be a year and a half, but so hopefully that went to fruition and in-person events will happen. I'm imagining probably in the fall, might even be related to the holiday season, who knows? So yeah. But anytime, reach out anytime by email if you have any questions or if there's anything I can do to help. And I will get back to everyone about my thoughts on Alignable. Some people might not want to hear them, but for this group, we had the conversation, so you're all getting it.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, no worries,
just-
Rob. Yeah.
If there's anything anyone wants us to share on the Think Local First social media page as well, just like send us a message and I'll make sure we share it as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Super. Yeah. Excellent. Have a great Tuesday evening, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day in advance. And
Bye,
yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, it was lovely to see everyone.
everybody.
Thanks so much, Mary Lou, for
For the Gong Show.
for the Gong Show. Exactly. We'll see y'all in April.
You well.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.